Good morning. How you guys doing? This Mike back with the thought of the day on June 14th, 2024. First, I want to get honor and praise to Ahaya Shoahaya, Bashem Yeshari, Wakadash. That's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in Hebrew. And then I like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. Today I'm going to continue with my Mental Health Month message. This is part 2, and this one is about confronting the trauma. You know, a lot of my depression and anxiety and things I was dealing with came from past traumas. Of course, a tragedy I went through, but even growing up, going through some traumas that later came back to me. You know what I'm saying? And having to confront the traumas, one of the major things I did, last video I talked about having that support team of different people that you work with to be able to help you out and deal with the trauma that leads to the depression and anxiety and PTSD and things of that nature. But this one talks about actually going out and doing something with the trauma. So what I had to do was first figure it out, what the trauma was. And that was done when I did my Fearless More inventory in step 4 of the 12 steps. I did my inventory and I wrote everything out. I had to do a sex inventory. I had to do a harms inventory, the people I harmed. I had to do an inventory for resentments, people I had resentments towards. And I had to do an inventory of fears, the things that I feared. And I wrote it all out. And then once I got it all out, I had to tell the exact nature of my wrongs to my sponsor in step 5. And so I worked with my sponsor on that. And I also worked with my therapist on that down in rehab. So it gave me a sense of being able to identify what the traumas was and being able to talk about them and get them out. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. It was very important for me to be able to get those traumas out. And I also told you guys that I did that EMDR therapy, not shock therapy, but where it takes you back to that moment. So being able to confront the traumas, because a lot of times we run away from the traumas and we keep them tucked down deep in, and we only as sick as our secrets. Those things that we try to tuck down and keep in are the things that always come back and bite us. You know what I'm saying? And I like to compare it to football in a sense. You know what I'm saying? The similarities, like you on offense and you in the red zone and you like on the 3-yard line, and the end zone is the freedom of being past the depression, anxiety, fear, worry, and the defense is the trauma though. And you the running back, and the coach is giving you the ball, and he wants you to run a dive up the middle. Now, you don't want to get hit by that defense. You don't want to get hit by the trauma. So you keep trying to go around the defense. You keep running sweeps, and you keep losing yards. And the coach is getting pissed like, bro, I called the play for you to go up the middle. But we too scared to get hit by the trauma, so we keep try to run around the trauma. And running around it is the substances, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, violence, pornography, anything that takes us away from ourselves. That's trying to run away from the trauma. But instead, we got to run through the trauma. And once you keep working, it's going to break you. Yeah, you're going to have fear. You're going to have tears. You're going to cry. But for me, it broke me, and it got that pride up out of me. That pride and arrogance that was really something that was a defense mechanism from the insecurity and the fear of everything that I felt inside. So confronting that trauma is the next step. Like in order for us to get past the depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues, is confronting the trauma and using those people that we listed last video to be able to confront the trauma. And it has to be people you trust. You know what I mean? It's like 3 people on this earth that know everything about me. My 2 sponsors I had, and my therapist that I have. She knows everything. You know what I'm saying? And my deacon is the spiritual advisor. He knows a lot, and I rely on those people when I'm going through different things, because they can help me because I was honest with them. And it also got to be people that you feel you can trust. So pray to the Most High that you could be able to trust these people that you confront the trauma with. But if we keep running away from the trauma, it just keeps coming back, and it comes back to haunt us. You know what I'm saying? It comes back to haunt us, and we never get away from it. And that's when we keep doing, destroying ourselves, destroying people around us, because the trauma is eating us up in the inside. But we got to face it face to face. And then once you get in that end zone on the other side of it, that's when the recovery starts. And you could be walking the person that the Most High and Christ wanted you to be from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned as we go to the next phase. Most High willing tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom.